This courtroom video pulls you in immediately, not with chaos or shouting, but with a quiet tension that only grows stronger with every passing minute. From the moment the hearing begins, Judge Boyd makes it clear that this is not about humiliation or intimidation, it's about honesty, accountability, and the possibility of real help. What unfolds, however, is a painful example of how denial can slowly destroy every opportunity placed in front of someone. As the judge asks simple, direct questions, the defendant repeatedly chooses excuses over truth. Each denial feels heavier than the last, especially because the court is clearly willing to offer treatment instead of immediate punishment. This isn't a judge looking to lock someone away, this is a judge trying to understand the root of the problem in order to provide structure, supervision, and a chance at rehabilitation. But with every dishonest answer, that path becomes narrower. The tension in the room builds as reality clashes with denial. Drug test results contradict the defendant's claims, yet he continues to deflect responsibility, creating frustration not only for the court but for anyone watching. The judge explains, again and again, that help cannot be forced on someone who refuses to admit they need it. The system can provide resources, treatment programs, and second chances, but it cannot work with lies. What makes this video so hard to watch is how real it feels. There are no dramatic theatrics, just the slow unraveling of someone standing in their own way. This hearing becomes more than a legal proceeding, it turns into a lesson about consequences, responsibility, and the cost of dishonesty. By the end, the message is painfully clear: sometimes the biggest enemy in the courtroom isn't the judge or the charges, it's the refusal to tell the truth when it matters most.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. We're proceeding on count 1 alone, waiving count 2 and its enhancements.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're being charged in count 1 with tampering with evidence with intent to impair as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
No.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There's no application for deferred adjudication, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
It is, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours community service restitution. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with office attachments.
No objections, Your Honor.
State, you may be excused.
Thank
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client realized that, understands that he made a mistake, Your Honor, and I think, it was something that he understands that he made a mistake and he's accepting responsibility for it today, Your Honor. We are asking the court to follow the agreement and so that he can go ahead and proceed forward and prove to the court that this was essentially an aberrant behavior. I understand he did have some stuff transgressions that occurred in the past, but those were a long time ago, and he is working now, and he has children that he's helping to take care of. That he I think one has autism and the other one has a disability, Your Honor, and he works with the mother on those, and so they alternate between, while one watches the kids, the other one does work, and vice versa. So he does have people at home that he needs to help out and take care of, and he just wants to try to get his foot behind him, Your Honor.
All right, when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you will be drug tested today.
Clean. I haven't done.
All right, so we're going to do a drug test today.
I think so.
All right, so we're gonna do a UA today. You took a UA. What do you think the results were?
Negative. Oh,
For
A meth?
methamphetamine. And I spoke to my client. He is adamant that he has not used any narcotics. I even admonished.
Let me do
him.
this. You gave up your right to remain silent. You're under oath. Why do I have a positive UA for meth?
I'm not-
And let's do this. We're gonna start over as though this is my first time talking to you, okay? So, why would you be positive for any drug? Think back in your mind. Were you around somebody? Did you use something?
Maybe I was around somebody and
All right.
touched it.
So,
I don't know.
so you were around somebody and maybe you touched it?
I don't know. I don't know how it works, man. But
All right. Everyone needs to whisper. And I'm sorry, sir. You need to speak up. I'm having trouble hearing you. The court reporter is.
okay.
So, how would you end up testing positive?
Yeah.
And state, I believe this is your case still. So other than touching meth, how might you have rendered a positive UA for the court?
That's the only way I know how I got it, because I mean, I have a lot of family members that, you know, I don't know how I would.
When's the last time you used?
The day that I got arrested.
And what's your drug of choice?
I don't have a drug program.
Here's the thing. You are agreeing to be on probation.
Yes.
When I ask these questions, I'm asking these questions so I can figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. I have sent people to prison before. Probation will tell you that. Your attorney will tell you that. The deputies will tell you that.
Yes,
And I always try to give people the tools they need to be successful so I don't have to send them to prison. I take no joy in sending people to prison, but I will send you to prison potentially if you violate probation. You understand?
yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to figure out what conditions you need so you can be successful. Now, if you want to stand before me and pretend that you're positive for meth because you previously touched meth from somewhere else, then what you're telling me is you don't need any drug treatment. I had better not get a motion to revoke because you're testing positive. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to put you on the UA hotline. So again, we're back to why are you rendering a positive UA to me for meth? And you need to be honest. And if you're saying, hey, I haven't used drugs since this day, then I will send you off into this world with no drug treatment because obviously you don't need any. You have made your program and your program has been successful. You know why you're positive for meth. I was not with you. Your attorney was not with you. So if you want to continue with, I don't know how I got positive for meth and maybe I touched meth and tell me you don't need any drug treatment, I will not give you any. You will be on the UA hotline. And what I can tell you on the UA hotline, it's random and you test weekly.
All right, Mama. I don't want to disrespect you or nothing, but I might have like 3 days, 4 days ago, maybe.
All right. So why are you being dishonest with me? Why do I have to pull teeth for you to tell me what your issues are so I can give you conditions so that you can be successful? Obviously, the state wants you to have probation. They offered it.
Okay.
You accepted it. I want you to be successful at probation because otherwise you're just wasting everybody's time. And I could just say, oh, let's just send you to prison for 5 years.
I do not want that. Yeah.
So let's pretend like this is the first time I'm speaking to you.
Okay.
When have you been using meth and how often?
I don't, I mean, it's a recreational thing, I guess. I mean, I don't, I'm not, I would just,
I don't know.
I mean,
Your attorney was not with you, so he doesn't know how often you use drugs.
it if it says positive, I guess, I mean, yeah, I'm positive, but
No,
And Your Honor,
Yes,
if I may, I've admonished him that if he was honest about any usage, that he can go ahead and tell it without repercussions of fear of additional charges or anything like that. And this is mainly just to determine treatment programs, if any are necessary, and that he doesn't have to be concerned about being forthcoming and honest at this point in time, because it's not like he's going to be looking at facing additional charges.
no. So what's your drug of choice and how often are you using?
Every weekend, I guess I would say.
Well, I mean, let's not guess. You know how often you're using drugs. And here's the thing. It is 12:46 p.m. Everybody in here wants to have lunch.
Okay.
Some of us, like myself, I haven't even had breakfast. So let's not have me continue to pull teeth from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Just be 100% honest. You're old enough. You're not a child. So just be honest with me. How often are you using meth?
Like once a week, ma'am.
When's the last time you used?
Like 4 days ago, or
Don't tell me 4 days ago, because it wouldn't still be in your system.
3.
Was it Monday? Today is Monday. Did you use today?
No, ma'am.
Did you use yesterday?
No, ma'am. The day before.
All right, so you used on Saturday.
Yeah.
And were you taking care of your children on Saturday?
No, ma'am.
All right. So this is what the court is going to, I'm sorry, are you employed? What do you do?
I'm a mechanic, ma'am.
No one wants you fixing their brakes if you're high. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's to be gang supervision, $2,000 fine, probated, TAP evaluation. Follow the recommendations of TAP. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. We're going to do parenting classes and probation. It can either be compadre, triple P, or rainbows. And once he completes parenting classes, the court will deem 150 hours of community service restitution satisfied. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Yes, we can do felony drug court referral, but the issue may be the gang membership. So it's the Lost Boys or something. What is it called? It's in the police report.
Yes, ma'am. LA boys. But
Yeah, LA Boys.
But that's when I was a kid.
All right, well, we can see.
When I was a kid, man.
All right, what does LA stand for? Is that supposed to be Los Angeles?
Lanier Athletics.
Oh, Lanier Athletics. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry for wasting people's time.
No, it's just, I like for people to be honest with me, especially when everybody's trying to help you be a good father to your children and be a good citizen, okay? All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to do better.
Yes,
You have
ma'am.
children,
I will.
okay?
I will, ma'am.
All right, and if there's an issue in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. So if there's an issue, discuss it with probation. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come into court.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
This courtroom hearing unfolds like a slow, uncomfortable descent, the kind that keeps getting heavier the longer it goes on. From the very beginning, there's a strange tension in the air. The defendant stands before Judge Boyd, and it's clear almost immediately that this is not going to be a simple check-in or a routine exchange. The judge's tone is calm, measured, and deliberate. She isn't raising her voice, she isn't posturing for authority. Instead, she's asking questions that seem basic on the surface but carry serious weight underneath. Questions about responsibility. Questions about honesty. Questions about drug use that could determine whether this man walks out with a chance at rehabilitation or heads down a much darker path. As the conversation continues, the defendant insists that he's clean. He repeats it confidently, almost too confidently. He says he hasn't used drugs, that he doesn't have a problem, that there's nothing to worry about. But his body language tells a different story. His mannerisms, his responses, the way he reacts to simple questions, it all raises red flags. The judge notices. She pauses, looks at him carefully, and begins to push a little deeper. Not aggressively, not cruelly, but with the patience of someone who has seen this exact situation play out countless times before. What makes this moment powerful is the judge's intent. She isn't trying to corner him. She isn't trying to catch him in a lie for the sake of punishment. She explains, very clearly, that her goal is to understand what he's dealing with so she can make the right decision. If there's drug use, there can be treatment. If there's addiction, there are programs. If there's honesty, there's a path forward. But if there are lies, the system becomes rigid, unforgiving, and mechanical. As the hearing goes on, the stakes become clearer. This isn't just about a single charge or a fine. This is about probation, supervision, and whether the court can trust this man enough to give him another chance outside of prison. The judge lays it out in plain language. She explains that probation is not freedom. It's a contract built entirely on trust. And trust only exists if the person standing in front of her is willing to tell the truth, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Then comes the moment everything hinges on. The drug test results are back. Positive for meth. The room seems to shift instantly. The judge presents the results without drama, without exaggeration. Just facts. This is the point where everything could change for the better. A simple admission here could open the door to treatment, counseling, structure, and support. The judge gives him space to respond. Space to take responsibility. Instead, he denies it. He says he didn't use. He suggests the result came from touching something. He insists there must be some other explanation. Each excuse stretches thinner than the last. You can hear the patience in the judge's voice, but you can also hear the warning creeping in. She explains again that lying doesn't protect him. It doesn't make the situation better. It makes it worse. Because the court can't order treatment for someone who claims they don't need it. The judge explains the reality in stark terms. If he insists he doesn't have a drug problem, then the court will treat him like someone who doesn't need help. That means no rehab. No structured treatment, just constant testing, strict supervision, and zero tolerance for mistakes. She emphasizes that the system is not designed to babysit people who refuse to be honest. It's designed to respond to behavior, and dishonesty is behavior that carries consequences. What makes this hearing so difficult to watch is how slowly it falls apart. There's no explosion, no shouting match. No dramatic outburst. Just a man steadily talking himself into a worse situation. Every denial closes another door. Every excuse tightens the rules around him. You can feel the frustration building, not just from the judge, but from the reality of what's happening in front of everyone watching. Eventually, after repeated questioning and undeniable evidence, the truth finally surfaces. He admits that he used meth just days earlier. He downplays it, calling it recreational, as if the word somehow softens the reality. But the damage is already done. The admission doesn't bring relief. It brings clarity. The judge's tone changes, not to anger, but to disappointment mixed with resolve. Sentencing moves forward. The judge outlines conditions that are strict, demanding, and relentless. Not because she wants to punish him, but because the court can no longer rely on his word alone. Treatment evaluations, mandatory programs, constant drug testing, Community service, meetings, supervision that leaves little room for error. Every condition reflects one truth. The court is still offering a chance, but it will be a hard one, and it will require real effort. In her final words, the judge reminds him that probation is not about luck. It's about choices. Choices made every day. Choices to be honest. Choices to communicate with probation officers. Choices to take responsibility not just for himself, but for his role as a father and a member of society. She makes it clear that no judge, no court, no system can want success more than the person standing in front of them. This video stays with you because it feels real. There's no script, no theatrics, no manufactured drama. Just a clear, painful demonstration of how close someone can be to help, and how easily they can push it away. It's a reminder that in the courtroom, the truth isn't just a moral concept. It's a currency. And once it's spent on lies, getting it back becomes almost impossible.